One thing is for certain, we are not being the men that God created from the beginning. Men are laying down and they are letting this world control them. Men are not in the trenches. They are not building the foundation of Christ in their lives, and they're not preparing the families for eternity. The more men that you lay down and turn a blind eye and let the devil lead your life, you're setting yourself up for destruction. It is time to get your life on track. God is looking for men that are in the trenches. In the trenches where you go alone and God is there with you fighting. You planning your soul for his everlasting kingdom. Your soul is thirsting for his living word. And you do anything to experience it. In the book of Psalm, chapter 18, verse 31, the psalmist writes, "For who is God besides the Lord?" See, there is no one else. It is not what men are doing right now. They are burying themselves in the sand. They are not active in God's word. They are not men in the trenches. Now, recently in the news, there was a man that claimed for many years that he was a Christian. Now, when he posted something on social media, and once he got ridiculed for something that was somewhat biblically based or somewhat more in line of what people thought was wrong, then he started to pull away and cater to the world. See, we need men in the trenches, and they're going to stay in the trenches, okay? They're going to live for the Lord, and they're going to fight for his kingdom. God needs men that are in his trenches. His word embedded in fighting the good fight. The psalmist goes on to mention in that verse, "And who is the rock except our God?" Who has the right foundation? It is God. We know how difficult it is to break up rocks. Very, very difficult. But the rock of God, it is solid. You can't break it. You can't do anything other than watch God show who he is by living in his word. The time, men, is today to get your house in order. Stop waiting around in this world and burying yourselves in sin. Stop looking for people to dictate how you feel. You need to be in God's word. Active in the trenches, day in and day out. And when the Lord returns, you're waiting. You have fought the battle, the mission for everlasting life.